Additional scene, the demonic cult and its traditions. Deep in the heart of the 10,000 mountains lies a hidden force feared across the land. The demonic cult. This powerful cult is not just a group of warriors. It's a kingdom of clans, each with its own legacy, skills, and ambitions. But among them, 6 clans stand above the rest. The Wise Clan, the Sword Clan, the Loyal Clan, the Blade Clan, the Poison Clan, and the Lust Clan. These 6 great houses hold the true power behind the cult, and from each one a bride is chosen to marry the lord of the demonic cult. From these unions, 6 sons are born, each raised within his mother's clan, learning her clan's values, tactics, and secrets. But the path of a prince in the demonic cult is far from easy. Every 10 years, a sacred tradition begins. The opening of the Demonic Academy. On the surface, it's a school to train the cult's best young warriors, but for the sons of the 6 clans, it is a battleground, a brutal trial where only one can rise. Inside the academy, these princes must fight, grow stronger, and form alliances. They must earn respect, gain power, and survive the endless schemes of their rivals, because in the end, only one will walk out as the heir to the demonic cult. Nano Machine, Chapter 3, Why Memorize a Book. Cheon Yeowun was still a young man, but not a fool. Life had been hard. He had survived many assassination attempts, betrayal, and pain. Those struggles had made him strong, cautious, and smart. So now he understood something important. I must keep it a secret. I have the Nano Machine inside me. He didn't know that medicine or technology of this era couldn't possibly detect the machine inside him, but he still didn't want anyone, especially Dr. Bake, to find out. After all, the doctor was from the Poison Clan, one of the 6 powerful noble families. I hope he doesn't notice anything. Yoan tried to stay calm. He had been banned from learning any martial arts until he joined the academy. But now, his body was suddenly strong and full of energy. Of course, that made the doctor suspicious. He definitely got help from someone, the doctor thought. Dr. Bake expected Yoan to be one of the weakest contenders, someone who would fail quickly in the competition to become the next cult leader. But now, it looked like Yoan's body was perfect for martial arts training, possibly even better than the other princes who had already started learning. Even so, Yoan was still far behind. The other princes already had martial arts knowledge, loyal followers, and powerful families backing them. Maybe he wasn't completely uninterested in the fight for power after all, the doctor guessed. He began to wonder if the change in Yoan came from his father, Lord Cheon Yeowun himself. But if the Lord had secretly helped his son, it was not something the doctor could question. He simply wrote a prescription for some energy medicine and left the room. Yoan hadn't even properly thanked his Garjang for saving him. "Thank you for bringing me." But Jang interrupted coldly. "I'm sorry, Prince. Please wash up first." Yoan paused, slightly embarrassed. The room still smelled terrible because of the black ooze that had come out of his body. The doctor ordered a servant to clean the bed and prepare a bath. While soaking in the hot water, Yoan thought deeply. "Hey, Nano Machine." "Yes, Master?" "You said you healed me? How far can you heal injuries?" "I can heal internal and external injuries quickly, but if you lose too much blood or a body part, it'll take longer due to the need for cell replication." "I see," he said, trying to understand the complex explanation. Even with all the data Nano Machine had given him, it was still hard to fully grasp. But one thing was clear, unless he lost a limb or bled out, he could recover from nearly anything. "Should I test it?" "I do not recommend hurting yourself, Master, but if you must, please try a minor injury first." Curious, Yoan picked up a dagger and gently cut his palm. Ouch! Pain shot through his hand, activating self-healing on the left palm. The bleeding stopped almost instantly, and within moments the cut vanished, like it had never been there at all. Unbelievable. But it works. Still amazed, Yoan thought of something else. "Can I really use all those powers you showed me?" "Yes, Master. Everything I've shown in the manual can be used by you." "Good. I'll test it more after my bath." "Yes, Master." After bathing, Yoan looked at himself in the mirror. He was stunned. Just yesterday he had a weak, skinny frame. Now his body was toned, muscular, and strong. "Nano Machine, how is this possible?" "I reconstructed your body, Master." "Reconstructed?" Creating something new is difficult, but reshaping and rebuilding your muscles, bones, and tissues is easier. You sure talk in complicated words, Yoan mumbled. Though he hadn't learned martial arts yet, he had studied a lot. Even so, the machine's words were hard to understand. After getting dressed, he headed to his office, thinking, "Your name is too long. Can I give you a shorter one?" "Yes, master. You can choose any name." I'll just call you Nano." Registering Nano. Yoan chuckled and said playfully, "I just gave you a name. Aren't you going to thank me?" He didn't expect a response, but Nano replied, "Thank you, master." Yoan laughed. "He's getting used to me, huh?" In his office, Yoan didn't have many books, mostly just study materials. He had no martial arts manuals. The only useful one was a basic book on internal energy and blood flow. Let's try something. He took out the book and held it. "What do I do?" "Look into each page and flip through until the end." "Just flip pages, please begin." Skeptical, Yoan began flipping the pages. His eyes scanned them quickly. He reached the final page faster than expected. Done. Book blood passage scanned. Begin transferring data to the brain. Do you accept? Scan? Oh. You mean you copied it? Correct. Will you accept the transfer? Yes. Suddenly, a shock ran through his head, like lightning. The information flooded into his mind. He staggered and held onto the bookshelf. It was dizzying, but not as painful as the first time he got the manual. Transfer complete. "Ha ha!" Yoan gasped. "You'll get used to it, master." "You sound worried." "I'm just stating a fact." As Nano said, the dizziness quickly faded. "Is that it?" "Yes, master. You can now access the book's knowledge just by thinking about it." Yoan thought about blood flow, and instantly all the information popped into his mind, details he hadn't even read. This is insane. Note there was an error in the book. It was corrected before the data transfer. What error? The book had incorrect blood point locations. I fixed them. Yoan was stunned. Not only could Nano scan books, it could correct mistakes with future knowledge. This is incredible. I don't need to memorize books anymore. I can just cram them into my head. He grinned. The future was finally starting to look brighter. Once I enter the academy, I'll get stronger than anyone else. I just need to survive. For now. But elsewhere in the southern castle of the cult, a different scene unfolded. At the residence of the Bakmajong family, a teenage boy with freckles was shouting angrily. In front of him knelt a masked man. What a joke! I sent assassins to kill one weak prince, and 5 of them died instead. The man trembled. Prince Mukeum, I believe someone helped him. How dare you call my name? Sorry, Prince Chun. This was Chun Mukeum, 3rd in line for the throne. He had sent assassins to kill Yoan before he entered the academy, but they had failed. Someone must have helped him. Was it father? Mukeum couldn't say it out loud. The lord of the cult was like a god to them. Fine. I'll take care of him myself once we enter the academy. Because inside the academy, no one was allowed to bring personal guards. I didn't want to dirty my hands, but now I don't have a choice.